Good morning. Welcome to the Howdy Boomy podcast. I was thinking about growing up as a kid as a baby boomer. If I got some gifts now for my grandchildren, the younger ones, let's say 5-year-old on up, and I put a box with a slinky in it, I wonder if he would know or she would know what to do with it. Or a Tinker toy, a Lincoln log, maybe even a yo-yo. When was the last time you saw any of your kids playing with a yo-yo, or any of your grandchildren playing with a yo-yo or a slinky? Amazing the difference. Mainly because cell phones now occupy just about everything. Electronics occupy just about everything on a kid's mind, both leisure and otherwise. One good thing, there is a school district in Western New York that just voted to ban cell phones in the classroom. I guarantee you, number one, their grade point averages are going to rise, and number two, their cheating is going to go down. I wish more school districts across the country would do that. Speaking of school districts, let's say you've got a fourth grade boy. Do you think there should be a Tampax machine in his men's room in school? Do you think his teachers should be teaching about the female sex, about how boys and girls are just the same, and as if he wanted to change over to being a girl, he could? And you would have no say in it because the teacher doesn't have to tell you about it? It's sort of amazing that that's what's going on now. But if you agree with that, if you agree with teachers not being required to do anything that would alter your way of bringing up your kid, then you must like Tim Walz, the vice presidential candidate picked by Kamala Harris. The most radical left-wing ticket I've seen in my lifetime. The only thing I can compare that to is when George McGovern ran for president. He picked Thomas Eagleton as a vice president, but it wound up that Thomas Eagleton underwent mental counseling once in his life, and that was a no-no. So we wound up with Sergeant Shriver, which was a Kennedy relative. And they got their ass kicked, something terrible, in the election. I'm hoping that the Kamala Harris, Tim Walz ticket does the same, because they're as far left as you can get. Anti-police, pro-crime. Black Lives Matter destroyed and burnt down Minneapolis. Tim Walz did nothing. Matter of fact, the people responsible for it, he didn't want them arrested. What kind of world is that? Much, much different. Good guys, bad guys, cops, robbers. It's a whole different world now, where the parenting is taken out of the parents' hands with them not knowing it. So from hula hoops to slinkies to Lincoln logs to yo-yos to bringing up your own kid. Baby boomers may not be the smartest people on the block, but they were raised by a generation that really believed in America, that America was the greatest country in the world. And the thing called the Ten Commandments, or a thing called the Declaration of Independence, really meant something back then. Watch the Howdy Boomy podcast on the Howdy Boomy channel on YouTube. Truth, Justice, The American Way, or Boomer will know where that came from. God bless you. God bless the United States of America.